What's up, guys? Everybody hear me okay? Let's see. What we got in here? Sound good. Right on. Perfect. Kind of said hi to a few of you. Anybody want to jump on? Should we do this, hang out for a bit and wait for a few people to jump on, get on here for giveaway? What do you guys want to do? We got Henry, we got Jungle Bob, Lawnmower Detective, Small Engine Guy. Hey, Savage. Dave, thanks for being here. Small Engine Guy, Rayleigh, thank you for coming. Avery Brown, Mac 210. What's up, Rooster? Max, send out the link. Cool. Yeah, I'll. Hey, John. You have my address. Yep, that's right, Rooster. Already got it. Let's. I'll send out the link here. Hey, Boomer. Is that how you say it? Anybody wants to jump on? We'll hang out for a minute, let a few people join us before we do the giveaway. So Avery, jump to the giveaway video. It's a few videos back. Comment on that one. Hashtag super clean. Hey Devin, what's going on, man? How you doing? What's up, Godfather? How you doing, my man?
Good. How you doing?
Doing all right?
Yeah. You got your YouTube on? I hear a little echo.
Do you? No, it's not on.
Okay.
Am I echoing?
Sounds better now. Why are you freezing up? You keep freezing.
The internet's lagging. What's going on? You there?
Yeah.
Is that better?
That's better. Yeah.
I think my internet just crapped out for a second.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah, that seems to be better.
Lose Rusty's address.
Lose it? Yeah.
Yeah, he won the last two things.
That's a lucky guy. You see the last set he got from Brandon? Got that nice little tool set.
Yeah, I have that exact one too. You know, it's like that's a great set. Yeah.
Let's see who else we got coming in here. So John says, did you sell a new battery to the John Deere owner from the? Yes, I did. Yeah, that battery is toast. It was 7 years. So the John Deere batteries, they say on it, you know, if you put it on the showroom floor beyond this date or whatever. So that was the January 14th. So the battery was actually from 13. So it was an 8-year-old battery. So got some good use out of that. That's pretty good for a power equipment battery.
Yeah. If you keep them warm in the winter, they'll last you a little longer than normal.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, all the stickers, everybody's address I got, they're on their way.
You got your own stickers?
Yeah, you're getting one.
You sent one?
Yeah,
Right on.
2.
Nice. What do you mean by your question, small engine guy? Have you won something from me? Oh, nice, dude. Those are good looking stickers. I like that they're squared too. Change up the shape a little bit.
Right.
Those are nice.
Yeah, the old sticker mule.
Oh yeah, yeah. Did you get a sale?
No.
No.
Now I'm gonna get them. I've been getting all kinds of stuff in the mail.
Sign up for their email or whatever.
Yeah.
Rusty wants to know if he's getting an autographed one.
Oh yeah. He's getting the only one. What's his name? Who was it? Somebody else sent me something. Signature, please. No, only one.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So small engine guy is saying Rooster's out since he already won. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Super Clean would say something. They might.
Yeah, if he won twice in a row.
Yeah, they'd say, "Oh, that guy's already got some."
Yeah,
that's all right, Doctor. I understand. I figured that was the case with a few people. It's a little early over here on the Midwest, West Coast.
What do you got for time over there?
It's just after 5.
Oh, yeah, it's 7 over here.
Yeah.
But it was a beautiful day all day today. I mean, fantastic.
A beautiful day?
70 degrees, yeah, all day.
Oh, wow. That's pretty nasty where we were at. It was about 40, what was it? 40, between 40 and 50 somewhere, and it was just pouring rain all day.
And it's coming this way, and we're getting a northeastern. We're going to get snow.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not, it's not done yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Memorial Day,
Yep. Old Rooster's polishing up his horseshoe.
Yeah.
Yep. Good luck to you, Cliff. Thanks for joining. Avery says it's snowing in Idaho.
See that?
Yeah, so I'm just south of him. So he's in the same storm, I bet.
Yep.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 70s all next week for me, though.
Yeah, next week it'll be starting to get better.
Yeah.
Well, anything that snows now is going to melt like real quick anyways,
Yeah, it didn't last long.
The only thing is with all that pounding snow and rain, all my Japanese cherry trees are going to lose all their little flowers.
Oh, yeah, they've already blossomed, huh?
Oh, yeah. And when it rains, it's like pink snow once they fall,
Oh, yeah.
But it's nice to see them at least for a while.
Yeah. Southern Idaho, Oakley. I don't know where Oakley's at.
How come the rooster's not popping in? What's he doing? Eating or something?
Yeah, I don't know. You see what detective says. You know what they say about polishing a turd.
Oh boy.
Dogwoods are the same. Yeah, all my fruit trees have blossomed, so hopefully the cold temperatures at night, don't.
Yeah. Sour the fruit.
Yeah.
When it gets
Is that what it does?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Especially like cucumbers and cucumbers. If this cold weather hits when you planted your cucumber, it comes out bitter as hell.
Oh wow. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't planted my garden yet, but
No, wait until after Memorial Day.
yeah.
The ground temperature has to be 55 degrees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Still like you no matter what I learn about you. Oh yeah, I know where Twin Falls is at. Cool. Yeah, you're not too far from me, just a few hours north. Old T-Bone's already got peaches on his tree. Wow.
Oh, is that right?
Wow.
Wow. Mine are just going to start blossoming.
Yeah, yeah. Mine have just barely started sprouting open.
I got quince blossoming and peaches going to be blossoming. Yeah, all that good stuff's going to start.
Yeah. So what do you been out in the shop then, or been too cold?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I've been working on a few things in the house here. I get very winded if I do too much, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I'll be a little at a time, progressively get better and better.
Yeah.
So, now I want to get my son here to help me out with this beam to beam because I got to go into the computer and get all these numbers and everything to put in there. And I'm just not that computer savvy.
Oh yeah.
And then he's got to go up, not me, but he has to go on a roof and put it on, mount it,
Yeah.
And then I'll do the one in the shed. But
Yeah, yeah.
I got a hard enough time walking now too, like my hip is bothering me.
Yeah. It's because you're having problems, or
Yeah,
because of the cold, or
I'm getting old.
yeah.
My knees are
Sucks.
shot. My hip is bad now. I don't know. Well, I think the hip is from sitting too much,
Yeah, yeah.
But we'll see.
These guys, man. So detective says, "What have you learned, Rooster?" The rooster says, "I heard what you did for a Klondike bar."
Yeah,
That's
I saw the detective's short.
Yeah.
It's donut time.
having fun at the Krispy Kreme shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're funny guys. Funny guys.
So you've been busy or what?
Yeah, it's been steady. March, man, it's kind of crazy. Last year, I was pretty busy in March. April, I was slammed. This year, March, I was slammed, and April's kind of been. I mean, I'm steady, but I'm not as slammed last year as I was last year.
Surprise.
I don't know if it's because of the weather or what. Because it's March was pretty warm for us this year.
Well, that's it. It has a lot to do with the weather.
Yeah.
If it's raining, nobody's going to go out there and fix their equipment.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll wait. But then sometimes they wait too long, and they got to wait.
Yeah. Yeah, we're like 80%. I can't remember the number. Like 80% short of our snowpack or something this year.
Wow.
They're already saying, we've been in a drought for years, but we're already like short. We're already in our drought, and they're saying they're going to cut off our water and irrigation and stuff. So,
I know the past 3 years we've had a pretty bad drought. I lost a lot of plants out there in the backyard. That just dried up.
Yeah.
And it was last year before my heart. I brought in 15 yards of dirt, and I reseeded and everything. Spread it out and reseeded, and it just dried all up and everything. It was a waste of money.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So this year, I'm not even fertilizing because if the heat sets in, that fertilizer just bakes the soil.
Yeah. 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 So I'm curious if that's going to affect business at all or what.
A drought would.
Interesting to see. Yeah.
Yeah,
because you can't water and stuff, but
No
They
water.
say it's
Oh,
bad. But we'll see.
yeah. Yep. Over
What's
here,
up, Bob?
they tell you when you could water and when you can't. Hey,
Yeah.
Mr. Double White, how are you? Mac,
Yep. What's up, Turbo Tai Tai?
Turbo Tai Tai.
Well, should we get this thing rolling and then people can leave if they want? Let me share my screen, I guess.
You know how to do all that, huh?
I guess I'm getting it figured out.
Yeah.
So here's the video, the super clean giveaway video right here. Pick a winner. It's going slow now. I had it set up.
Maybe you got to click on the blue.
Click on what?
When it turns blue. Yeah, right there. Nope.
Nothing.
Nothing. Just tell them I won.
Yeah, the winner is Henry.
Yay.
There we go.
There you go.
Hashtag super clean. Here we go. Best of luck to everybody. Andrew Hanna. Super clean. I love the vids. Keep up the good work.
Congratulations.
Sorry, Andrew.
What's that?
I said sorry.
That's all right.
At least it wasn't Rooster.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Bob. What's up, buddy?
How we doing?
Good, man. How are you?
All right. Hanging in there.
Been slammed, huh?
Yeah. Super busy. I was wondering what you guys think about semi-synthetic oil and that in lawnmowers. I had a customer asking for that. You know, I don't know much about.
What, using synthetic oil?
Not synthetic. It's the semi-synthetic is what he wanted. So I think it's mixed, like regular oil and synthetic. I guess I don't know.
Never heard of it.
Okay.
I know I usually either use synthetic or non-synthetic, and both of them work just fine.
Okay.
Is it on an older engine, newer engine? Does it matter?
An older engine. The guy, it had high hours, and he just, he didn't want full synthetic. A lot of times I'll use that, and he was asking for the semi-synthetic because that's what he's been putting in. He said he's had good luck with it, whatever that means. So I got to put it in, and I don't know.
I've heard that if you use synthetic in a break-in period, that's no good. Use regular oil in a break-in period.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good tip because, I do get a lot of newer engines, and I always make sure that, if they're only a year or two old, I just use conventional oil.
Yeah. It's got a lot to do with the wear of the piston,
Yeah, sure.
Rings. Yeah.
Rooster says it's very common.
What's very common?
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's very common.
So he asked for it specifically? Like he wanted you to use it?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have any, and I never really heard of it. So, I just got it online, came, and I don't know. And then I was thinking, like, is this stuff good? I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys knew anything? 'Cause I don't know anything about it.
Just the synthetic blend, I guess. Yeah, I mean that's what a lot of the Toyotas and stuff take. I've seen it in the cars, but that's what this guy says. He's a small engine guy. I've run it in the car, no problems. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen the synthetic blends being used much in small engines. You'll typically see the full synthetic or just the straight,
Yeah.
straight weighted stuff. But
Somebody probably out there said that, oh, look at I had synthetic oil in my machine and look what it did. And everything. And you can't judge it like that, Either you're going to use synthetic or you're going to use regular oil. But in a break-in period, use regular oil.
Yep.
But you can't mix half and half,
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't mixing half and half. We got pretty busy.
yeah, it's been steady. I was slammed in March, and then April, wasn't. It's been steady here, but the weather's not been all that great. So I think that probably has a little bit to do with it.
Yeah. Here's one for you. I just worked on my neighbor's tractor, got it going, and I brought it over to him. And then he went to start it. It wouldn't start. Battery was dead. That's because he's been storing it all year. I didn't charge it. And when I had it, it started right up, And I didn't check if it's charging the battery, but I imagine it is. So anyhow, he went to cut and he pulled on the PTO, electric PTO, and the whole thing stalled. And I'm assuming that's from a low battery. Is that what you think? I mean, I took his tractor, I put it on a charger now, and I didn't get to really look at it. But you ever hear of that? When tractors run the whole when you pull the PTO?
Yeah, but sometimes it's if the PTO isn't gapped correctly, you got to have only 12 thousandths in between.
Okay.
And if it's not gapped correctly, then you get it'll stall out on you. I've had that problem.
Are they all adjustable?
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah, I've never adjusted one.
No. Yeah, 12 thousandths. Get 12,000 feeler gauges and just stick them in the slots, and little by little adjust them nuts, and feel as you're doing it, because you really
Those
need
three
that.
on the springs, those.
Right. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's like a Warner. So. I'm just hoping that I charge it up and it works. So I don't know. Because I know, I tested it a little bit at my house and it was fine. I didn't have any issues. But I don't know. It's always something.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you.
Yep.
Yep. So you're still in school right now, aren't you? You're right in the middle of. You come home, just work all night.
Yeah, it's 7:00 here, so I'm done with school today. But yeah, we're. I think I got 8 weeks left.
Oh wow!
And this has just been a crazy year because we're in and online. It's not.
Yeah.
Tough for everyone. So.
Are the kids going to go to the same amount of time to school? Or are they going to lengthen it or anything like that?
Well, Henry, they're going like 2 days, and then they have off for 3 days. And then, so like I have a group that comes in Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they're doing online work. And then a different group comes in on Thursday. Thursday and Friday, doing online work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's really confusing. You know, I'm a shop teacher, so I'm just trying to get kids to hand work in, you know, and I don't
Yeah.
really like flooding them with busy work. Kind of what I have to do a little bit just to get some grades from them. And some kids are completely online. They're not even coming in. But to answer your question, the school year is going the exact same amount of time. So it's going to end, I don't know, I'm done around June 12th or something.
Yeah.
But
Well, if this continues, I'll tell you that 3 years of high school isn't really going to be, I don't believe, enough education in those 3 years for a college to accept you. You know, there's good. You know, they're just
yeah,
not getting all the
but
information.
yeah, I'm already seeing it with kids. You know, they've been out like literally over a year now, and you're really starting to see like the aggression. You know, like they just don't know as much as they normally know. And then you have these like weird classes where everyone's wearing a mask and everyone's like really quiet and the classes are really small. And these kids, they spend all their time on their laptops or cell phones and video games. So they don't even like socialize and talk to each other. So that's
Right.
like, you know, something that's weird that's going on with these kids. I mean, it's like I gotta like, you know, like spend time like talking to them. They don't even know how to like talk to each other. It's like incredible. It
Wow.
isn't helping. So
It's going to be different, I'll tell you, the next few years. You know, when
yeah,
this started, they said it's going to take 5 years for it to be over, and I believe it's going to take that 5 years.
5 years for everything to get back to normal?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I'm hoping not.
that's what I know. We're all hoping not, but you know,
Jeez.
look at what's going on now. You got the Johnson and Johnson ones that are really affecting women, and you know, the blood clots and all that. We don't even know what's going to happen in the future. You know. So
Yeah, I got that
well,
Johnson and Johnson one because I'm a teacher. You know, they sold it through about a month ago.
yeah,
Yeah, but the blood clots was like 6 women, and they said that they were between the age of like 18 and 40, and also those women on birth control.
yeah,
So I don't know if that's something. And you know, they were saying that it's 6 out of 6 million. So it's really a 1 in a million that you get a blood clot.
yeah.
But
But
I guess birth control causes blood clots too. And I
are
don't
you willing to take that
work,
chance? You
so
know,
I don't really know. But that's
or
good.
is a woman going to be willing to take that chance to be that one
Yeah.
out of a million? You know, I mean, if my wife took it and got it and died, you know, there'd be hell to pay. You know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. This guy's saying he's got a campus full of socialized college can barely what hold it together. I think it said something like that.
Barely carry on a conversation with each other.
So it's
Yeah.
not getting any better. I remember I went back and I was walking around campus about 5 years after I graduated, and I thought it was like the oddest thing. Kids were, you know, everyone was on their cell phone, walking around, just looking at their phone, not saying hi to
Yeah.
anyone. It was just so different than when I went to school in the late '90s.
Yeah.
Different world.
And that's what's going to be
Where do you
controlling
live,
our
Henry? What state?
Connecticut. So I have a lot of big colleges here. I got the Yukon stores. I got New Haven College there. I got Wesleyan. There's all kind of colleges here, you know. Connecticut State University, and those people are going to be all whacked out.
Mm-hmm.
Sad deal.
What's that ring for? Is that a phone?
Oh, that's email. Email.
So what are you seeing most right now? Mowers and stuff?
That's to you, double A.
What is that?
His internet's
It's like a delay. I'm on my phone in the car. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're breaking out pretty good, but
Anyhow, I got this guy brought in this Aaron's tiller that it's probably from, I think it's like a 60, and I'm debating if I even get into it. I don't know. I didn't get to talk to him to see if it ran or if he knows any history of it, but it's gonna be a lot. I'm just like thinking I'm gonna call.
They were made strong, so as long as it isn't all rusted up, should be no problem working on it. Yep, it froze again.
might have lost them this time.
Yeah, those old tillers, they don't die.
Yeah. I've had a couple of those horses.
It looked like a snowblower. It's like I said, it's an Aaron's. So it had two belts on it like a snowblower. I don't know what both belts are for. There's a skinny one and a wider one, just like a snowblower.
Probably one for reverse.
A drive and then a tiller. I don't know. I didn't look. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A separate belt for reverse. Because
Yeah.
there's not a
It's right next to it, right up on the same pulley.
friction plate.
Yeah, that's for reverse.
Yeah, you get caught up in some twigs or vines and stuff, you gotta back out of that. Yeah, the old horses,
Yeah, it looks,
the quick boats.
being them in the 60s, the thing is really strong.
Yeah.
Am I breaking up?
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, they had some old ones called the Rota Ho, and those things were, I mean, you couldn't kill those things.
A Rotaho?
Rota Ho, yeah. Check those out.
Good to know.
Them things, you couldn't kill those. They had reverse in them, separate belt too.
What's up, man?
Oh, wow.
Heading out. Thanks. Yeah, when I get
All right, see you, Bob. Thanks for stopping by.
Take care, Bob. Yeah. Yeah, he's been running around with the kids, the family, the working, school and the shop, and he just doesn't have time to, have more videos,
Yeah. Takes a lot of time,
Yeah. I don't know how you guys do it,
I mean, mine are nothing fancy or anything, but even just,
I think your last video was great,
Oh,
Yeah, that was excellent.
it take time just, pulling out a camera and recording, even just that, thinking of what you're going to do and say. Just, I mean, it takes some effort, So when you slammed and got a whole family and whatever.
I don't know how Dave does it with the DNR, Dave there. I don't know how he does it. He throws out videos left and right. He's got a day,
Yeah. Hey, see you, Savage. Thanks for coming, man. Yeah, he I don't understand. He says he does it on his phone, I think. Sometimes he says it's on his phone. Sometimes he says it's on his camera. So I don't know. But if it's on his phone, I think he probably just does it and just uploads. Or I don't know if he does it straight to YouTube or what. But, yeah, he does them like all the time.
Yeah.
His last one was great.
Yeah, he finally showed a little progress in working on them, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, those kind of videos you get into, but when when he says, "Well, here's what I got," and then the next time is, "Here's what I did," and he didn't show what you did. Yeah, but yeah, he's
Yeah.
doing better all the time.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I think he's on a live stream now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh no, we're competing.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. You get more and more of these guys starting, to have, streams, and well, there's only so many hours in a day,
Yeah. Yeah.
so you're going to overlap.
Yep. Hey, small engine doc. How much do you charge to install 2-cycle and 4-cycle carburetor kits? You talking like rebuild kits? You see, well, so you never had like a repair shop, right? You've always just kind of done it as a hobby.
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even as a hobby, do you see years where you get like, you see trends and equipment that because you kind of go out and pick what you want, right?
Well, now I do, yeah. I mean, I used to do a lot of work for people that would bring in their stuff, especially when I had kids, I would take in all kind of work just to make that extra money,
Right.
You get a lot of problems and everything. That's why I do not want customers,
Yeah.
Yeah, now all I do is pick up, I buy units, I fix them and flip them,
Yeah.
So I don't care how long it takes me to do one, but I do it right and it never comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do see trends on different machines. Like 3 or 4 years ago, the trend was all these Toros with Courage motors coming in. So many of them, all of them blowing the engine, because the bolts would ease their way out of the sump that they put on top, and the plywood wheel would just hit them and crack the side of the motor right off. That's the bucket, But yeah, I seen a lot of those. And then last year I was seeing a lot of not Hondas, Kawasaki's. A lot of Kawasaki's were having a lot of problem with their heads. So I was doing a lot of heads. And this year I really haven't been, involved that much in it because, I can't. But I do have a bunch of machines. I got like 30 machines I got to either strip down or repair,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just got one yesterday. A guy brought over and dumped it in my driveway. Another, what do you call it? Cub Cadet with a bucket motor.
Oh, wow.
That has a hole in it.
So full carburetor kit. So on a typical 4-cycle carb, a lawnmower, I mean, it kind of depends. Some of the bigger ones, like a double barrel Nicky or something, obviously more, but a typical 4-cycle lawnmower carburetor, I charge $59.99 plus the kit. Any 2-cycle carburetor, I am $49.99 plus the kit. That's what I charge in my area.
That's a good price.
Is that about in the ballpark what you're seeing or what you charge in your area? I mean, every area is different, obviously, but it seems to be in everybody's price. Everybody says you gotta find the price in your area, because everywhere's different. Base it off of shop prices and whatever. But for the most part, nationwide, it seems like there's kind of a ballpark, general price point for these services. It's kind of what I'm finding.
You know yourself, if you're going to be working for $10 an hour and it's going to take you an hour to do that job, that's all you're going to get is $10, You got lights, you got, equipment to keep up with. You got to, get your oils and everything. You got to price it so you're comfortable with the price.
Right.
And customer's comfortable with the price, you know?
Right.
So $50 an hour is not being comfortable, you know? $50 is in the ballpark. You know?
Right.
The bigger shops, you know, they hire kids that don't know anything either, and they're getting $100 an hour, you know?
Yeah.
So it's ridiculous what prices they want. And they got it right up there on the chart, $100 an hour, you know?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you want the work, you keep the price down,
Yeah. Yep.
but not under what you should be getting.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
My area only, you know, I can get anywhere from $300 to $600 on any unit that I build, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
and it's going to try to Jew you down again, you know, no matter
yeah.
what.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I put my price, like if I'm going to get a $600 machine, I put it up $650, knowing that they're going to Jew me down, you know?
Right.
I give them $50, you know?
Right.
They're happy, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you always do. You either mark it up or you set a price knowing that you're going to get X dollars, you know, and then
Yep.
everybody feels like they got a good deal. The win-win for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, if it said 650, you didn't want to pay $6, you wouldn't even come look at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
When they come at 650, well, and you get $50 off, hey, you know, I did good.
Yeah.
But again, you know, my machines are clean and they look like they're on the showroom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes, Mac, it is. Mine is air operated.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, but you can charge more for that, you know, when you clean them and take care of them. You know, some of these guys, they take a machine and they, you know, pump up the tires and then turn around and try and sell it for $200. Like, no.
I see that, you know, a lot of videos I watch, and that's what I say. Clean the damn thing, will you? You know, at least clean
Yeah.
it.
Blow the grass off of it at least, for crying out loud.
I don't understand. You know, I take pride in your work.
Yeah.
You know, I had complaints that the seats were too slippery because I would armor all the seats. You know?
Oh, yeah. They slip right out of their bucket.
Yeah. So I stopped that. You know.
Yep. Yep. You can get those machines looking pretty good. I mean, that's one of the biggest comments I get whenever I return customer comes to pick up their machine or I drop it off. Like, oh my gosh, man, it hasn't looked that good since I pulled it out of the box. You know what I mean? And
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, visually it sells. You know.
yeah,
Visually.
oh yeah, they love it.
They go to all these other places that are advertising and they see what's available, and you know, like I guess it was the Pates were saying, you know, it's stuffed in the corner with stuff on top of it, or baby blankets, or dust and everything, and they're trying to sell it that way. You know,
Yeah.
not good.
Hey, Rich.
How you doing, Rich?
Yeah, I mean, you can always. It's just a. I mean, right there, you know, you can start negotiating.
Yeah. Clean the rims. You know, usually those rims are so dirty and dusty. You know, from mowing. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I take each rim off. I take each tire off. I clean the rims and then I wash the tire itself. You know, with
Oh wow.
with the tire clean. You know.
Yeah.
So it looks like a brand new tire almost. You know. Yeah.
That's probably a little more than I do, but
Yeah.
I'm not trying to sell it. I'm just giving it back, knowing they're gonna pull it right off the trailer and start mowing again. But
You don't want to spend 5 hours cleaning it either.
yeah, no, I don't do that. But I certainly give it back. You know, I wipe down the whole machine, and I mean it's sparkling when they get it back, but I don't detail it. I don't put armor all on the wheels and.
I'm trying to sell the machine after I'm done. You know, it's sitting
Yeah.
there. You know, I don't want to. Yeah, visually, the machines sell quickly. You know.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it does take time, I mean, you got a power washer and, put some soap on it and blast it off at least,
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it takes time, but it's happy customers, more money.
Yep. Well, when I do mine, I first, I got to rebuild the motor. So I got to take the motor off, So
Oh,
anything in that bucket, like what I call the bucket where the battery or the gas tank go, you got the leaves and grass and everything in there. That all gets sucked out, all the oil on top and on the sides gets all wiped out and cleaned again, and then I put it on my gantry. I raise it straight up and down, and I power wash the whole bottom inside out,
oh,
because all that grass gets captured in between all those channels and everything, So that way it gives me a visual of all the belts and everything, all the pulleys. I run the pulleys, any grease fittings, grease them up. Once the body's done, and then I rebuild the motor, stick it back on, it looks brand new.
yeah, yeah. So what do you use? You use Dawn?
Yeah, just done.
Do you dilute it at all? Like, is it in a spray bottle or?
Well, I have many applications. I have, I put in maybe a half a cup of Dawn in a gallon thing, so it's pretty concentrated. It's not just a couple drops. A couple drops, I'll put that into my ultrasonic cleaner, but when I do a power wash or whatever, I have, the hose that goes into the power washer into the bucket of Dawn to power.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But first I'll take it and I'll spray it with a heavier concentration of Dawn with you pump it up and you spray it. It's what do you call it? A garden sprayer.
Yeah.
It's got a pump, you pump it up and you spray all that. Let it
Yeah.
sit for a while,
Oh,
And
yeah.
hit it with the power washer. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then wipe down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's right. Perception is everything. If it looks great, the work must be great. Hopefully.
Well, I built the motor stand to test my motors too. I
Yeah.
don't put them back on the frame. I put them on my motor stand, and it has every bell and whistle to check the lights, check the the alternator, check everything. And then I do my what do you call it, RPMs and all that. Everything throttles, everything's got to run smooth.
Oh,
Before
yeah.
put it back on the frame.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the other thing too about cleaning it is, I clean it at the end. If it's really dirty, nasty and whatever, I'll blow it off or whatever, get stuff out of my work zone. But I clean it at the end. And the other thing with doing it like that is it, I don't want to say it covers up my mistakes, but it cleans off, anything that I did. If I drop if I drop a drop of oil, on the, foot pedal or on the tire or whatever, yeah, you can wipe it up, but it still shows. Or, if I grease, if I drop a glob of grease somewhere, you take it out and you pressure wash it after, ready for them to pick it up, all that stuff goes away. And so kind of cleans up, gives you an opportunity to clean up any messes that you left behind and leave no trace behind.
If you're going to do a underneath the deck cleaning of all that grass and everything, that's part of what I call housekeeping. You're cleaning the deck, you might as well clean the rest of it too, because that deck, I don't know if usually I take the deck off, flip it over and power wash, because it gets it all out of there,
Oh.
Yeah, scraping, you miss places,
Yeah.
Yeah. When you power wash it, it gets soft and moist, and it all goes.
Right.
And most of the time, I'll take a Rhino bed liner and spray the whole underneath carriage, and let that dry.
So really? You Rhino line the underneath side of the deck?
Exactly. That way, any grass that gets captured underneath there doesn't rot through the steel. These decks are made so cheap now.
Yeah. It seems like the texture on that Rhino line would be more prone to catching debris. No,
No, not at all.
really. Interesting.
I used to use what do you call it, like refrigerator paint and a heavy white enamel paint,
Yeah.
but that would get worn out faster than the Rhino does.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah. Little tip. That's all that's what I do anyways, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
You could try it on your own machines, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you can have a business spraying Rhino underneath decks, you know, an extra little sideline.
Yeah. No kidding. Rich wants to know if it chips off.
No, not at all.
Doesn't chip or anything.
No. You got to let it dry, though, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And go ahead and cut grass with it. You got to let it dry.
Can you scrape on it too? Like, can you go and scrape it a season later?
Yeah, I've scraped, you know, any heavy, you know, anything that sticks on there. Yeah, you scrape it off. It comes off.
Yeah.
But the Rhino doesn't, you know, it's on there.
Interesting.
Something adheres. I don't know what it is in that Rhino. It adheres to that metal, you know.
Yeah.
You got to be clean. You can't put it over grass again, you know.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, they won't power wash it clean, you know. And if they put that Rhino on there, it's not going to hold.
Yeah. Yeah.
On it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you could do it with a brand new mower, that'd be the best.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I was thinking of that. I was trying to think of how we could get into a business doing that.
Yeah.
Trying to get people, you know, when they roll it off the floor at Home Depot, you know, before they even use it. But
yeah, well, you got to. People have to be aware of it too. You know, you can't just sell it like that. They're going to have to see their neighbor or friends have it. You know.
yeah.
One of those things. You know, it's not a big seller. You know.
Yeah, if they've never dealt with it before, never dealt with a rotten deck or anything, then they say, "Oh, no, it's not a big deal. I'll deal with it when it comes."
Keep the mower that long, you know, whatever, you know. Yeah.
Yep.
It's more for yourself, basically.
Yeah. You ever tried POR 15?
The heck is that?
Yeah. Never even heard of it.
Can't try it if I don't even know what it is.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, David?
Which David? Hey, he's off. Hello, Dave.
That was a great job on your last video. I got a. Let's see what John says. And Rich says, "What?" Yeah, I never even heard of it. Oh, Bob's back. Here we go.
Hey guys,
What's up?
Hey.
I should have a better connection now. I'm at home.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, you're all right.
Yeah, so
Just
yeah, what are you
started.
guys talking about? I just jumped on here.
Talking. Henry sprays down his decks with Rhino lining.
Okay.
The underside.
Buy that like spray out of a can? I thought you had to go to a special place to get Rhino lining. Or
You
you
know,
just doing
no, you
the
buy
whole spray can?
a gallon container and spray it off of that.
What'd you say, Henry?
You buy it by the gallon.
Okay.
Put it in a sprayer, spray it that way.
So that Rhino lining is what you put in like a truck bed, right?
Yes.
So
Real durable stuff.
doesn't grass stick to it though?
Not when it's dry.
Wow.
That's what I was thinking. Because it's got that, you know, that texture, that
Yeah.
the holes and stuff.
Yeah,
Not
and
holes,
a
but
truck bed, I think it is, more textured than when you spray it, on underneath. It doesn't make that. What do you call
so
it?
does it go on pretty smooth then?
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like. I mean, in a truck bed, it almost looks like you. I mean, for lack of a better word, it looks like it's rolled on with like a real thick, nappy roller. Doesn't it look like that?
No, it doesn't. I think because they use so much of it on a bed liner, it looks that way.
Huh.
Yeah.
So is it smooth?
It's more smooth than that as you see on a truck liner. Yeah.
Interesting.
So do you do that on your own tractor? I'm assuming you don't do that for customers.
I do it on not every tractor, but depending on the deck itself. I'm a flipper. I buy, I rebuild, and I flip. And depends on the deck. If it's in a good shape deck, not some piece of junk, then I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it then.
Have you ever heard of Pour 15, Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's used in the auto industry for stopping rust.
Huh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, turns rust into something else that they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns black and it's real hard, right? That's what he's talking about.
There
Yeah,
you
I
go.
think what he's talking about.
I've tried, I've tried a couple different things on the decks, fluid film. I've tried old oil, just on my own decks, just experimenting. It seems like, if you put a coating like that on there, it's not going to stop wet grass from sticking, especially if you look at it again in 2 months. But I do think it does make it a little easier to scrape your deck down. It'll come off.
When I used oil, I used what do you call it? Chainsaw oil.
Because it sticks.
Oil.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
It's more tacky,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about this peen grease.
Peen grease.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Comes in a can.
Like
it comes in a can like fluid film. And it's basically a very thin grease that you spray on, and then it gets a little thicker. And it's not like that white lithium grease.
That's kind of what I was thinking of.
I used it a lot with tune-ups, and I hit like a lot anywhere where there's a moving part, whether it's like a cable that goes through a little round pulley, I'll hit it. Where the levers are on snow blowers, all the little springs and that, I'll hit it. And one good thing with doing a tune-up is, when people see that, they know that you at least did something.
Sure.
But it works pretty well. I've been putting it on. I've been using it kind of like anti-seize. So if I put on like a PTO, I'll put a little bit of that on just to keep it from corroding. And I've been putting it on with blades. I'll spray the nut just a little bit, or the bolt, and especially if they're rusty. And yeah, I think it works real well. And it's easy to apply. That's the thing. It's not too messy. Doesn't drip all over the place. And it was pretty cheap. I got like a 12-pack of it, paying like $3.50, $4 a can. And I like it.
I wonder if it's got the same base as a battery post spray. Because when you spray the battery post with the spray, it's pretty tacky and stays on there for a long time.
Yeah, I actually used this on a battery that was really corroded, and I didn't have any of that post cleaner, and I just sprayed some of that on there. It seemed like it worked.
Yeah.
So where do is it like you get it at the auto parts store? Is it anywhere?
I'm gonna look for a link. I think I either got it on eBay or Amazon. I'm just looking real quick.
I gotta take an old man break.
All right. You say you use it on all your snowblower stuff. Is it pretty good in cold weather then? Like you use that instead of your white lithium?
Yeah.
Really?
It holds up well.
Interesting.
I've used fluid film for the same type of thing.
Yeah.
But that looks a little more gummy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Trying to figure out where I got it from.
Yeah, I'd never heard of it.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't find it. I'll have to look it up for you.
Yeah, I'll look around.
For time.
Didn't know if it was something, you can get at an auto parts store. If it's like a specialty item, you got to get somewhere special.
Yeah. No, it's not.
That's like, is that your main go-to thing? Like you've
Well, I
always
just
got
started using it. I just sort of found it like about 3 months ago,
Hmm.
and I've been using it for like a lot of things.
Yeah.
So
Huh. That's cool. Yeah, I'll have to give that a shot. I'm always looking for something
yeah.
like something that kind of takes care of everything.
Mm-hmm. I got my kid one of those mini bikes that you work on there. I'm trying to think.
Coleman?
Yeah, Coleman.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I got him I think it's like a trail something. I don't know. It has a about a 205 cc engine. It's pretty big. So it's it's
Has
like
the big old wheels on it?
yeah, and it has like a gear reducer, so it's made for hills, and it has like the
Okay.
big fat tires on it, but it's small.
BT2. Oh, it's smaller though?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It has about 12-inch wheels, but they're at least 6 or 8 inches wide.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
And it has like a clone Honda engine on there.
Yeah.
Runs
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot you can do to them. I mean, you can do tons to them.
yeah. The thing will do about 25 with me on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it really moves, and I had to turn that thing down. I turned down the governor on there, or the screw there for the throttle, because he doesn't weigh that much. He'd be flying. So until he gets used to it,
Oh yeah. 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 They'll take off.
yeah.
Take off when that clutch engages. They'll take off pretty quick.
hmm But it looks like it's a pretty well built machine. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. For the most part, they're pretty solid.
Yeah. We had a cheaper one that I worked on. It was actually a guy I work with. He got it from a house he owns. Someone left it there, so I got it running for him. And my kid was riding around for like a week or two, but the chain kept popping off the thing. It wasn't a Coleman. It was like a Chinese-made little mini bike. It was a 72 cc, I think, something like that. Yeah, yep, that's exactly what it was. And that was a little smaller, like one size smaller than the one that we got.
Yeah.
So,
Hey Phil.
hey Phil, how's it going?
What's up, Ken? Yeah, this is the guy that does mini bikes, actually. He's
Who's
all
that? LNR?
Yeah. He's all into doing the mods and stuff.
Yeah, I find the mini bikes and four-wheelers, they're a little hard to work on, as far as your back. You have a pretty good lift there. I was watching your tune-up video, and do you have like the back of the tractor up pretty high, and then you have a Mojack or something like that? Do you have it on a lift table, and then you jack up the front?
Yeah, so it's a handy lift, and then it has an attachment on it to lift up the front. So it's all part of the same thing, but yeah.
Yeah, that looks nice for your back.
Yeah.
I kind of have a chain hoist, so I get the front of the tractor up, but it would be nice to get the back wheels off the ground, because I was watching your video thinking, I should try and do that. My garage is already crowded. I don't want a bigger lift in there or anything at this point.
Right.
I have like a pump jack type lift table, which I probably could fit under the back wheels, but I'd have to like pick up the tractor to put it on there. And then I was thinking, well, I could put a second chain hoist, but then that's like real wobbly. But it'd be nice to get off the ground, even with just getting my clothes all dirty.
Yeah. Rolling around on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been a lifesaver. You know, doing it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
bought a Harbor Freight one, and I'm adding on 6-inch wings on each end, so the tractor tires have something to sit on more than just that 3/4 inch lip, you know. And
What, Henry, is this the Harbor Freight motorcycle lift or?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then you know, I'm putting what do you call electric hoist from the center of the gable end of the shed
Mm-hmm.
over the top of the motorcycle lift. So once I lift it up, I could also use that other
Get the front up with the
get
chain.
the front end up, yeah, instead
Yeah.
of using the crank.
I'll probably eventually do that. I mean, that's really the only way to do it. You need
Yeah.
that big lift table, like Musty's.
Yeah.
But
I'm-
Musty doesn't lift the front like that, though. He doesn't have a chain hoist over the front of his, does he?
No, I have electric one. You know,
Mhm.
it cost me $200 for a 110, and it's good for 2,500 pounds. You know,
Yeah.
you just press the button and it goes up. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one good thing with the YouTube. You learn, 25 years worth of people's experience and tricks in a couple of weeks if you just watch some of these videos. And that's the thing. Everyone does something different. Like KB, you had that bottle you cut to catch the oil. That's a real simple trick.
Yeah.
I would throw a rag under there, but I like the bottle because you can catch it and then you can pour it right out the nozzle. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That thing saved me a lot of messes.
mhm.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. Yeah.
If you need to, too, you can just throw the oil filter in there too. If you're doing it quick, drop the oil filter right in there. But
they do have a new product where it's like I don't know, it's flimsy, but you can work it to make it
a form of funnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some of those too.
Yeah, how are those?
They're really good. I'll put them on the other side. The actual drain tube side. Because some of them don't stick out over the frame.
Okay.
Or sometimes I can't get my pan under the frame because of the deck or the wheels or something. On some of them they're too tight. So I've got those Forma funnels, and I'll put it under the drain and feed it out to my oil pan. They're really handy. They make a lot of different sizes on them, but
yeah,
those are really great too.
Doing something like you did with the small container out of a bleach bottle. You had a handle and you could stick that underneath there. It's pretty wide, to catch the filters.
Yeah.
But I like the little bottle work.
Yeah. Well, it just fit perfect. I mean, it fits around, the oil, oil filter, whatever, perfectly. So
good.
Do you guys use oil extractors?
Yeah, I have one. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one, an air operated one. Sometimes like on the riding mowers that don't have the, the oil drains, or even on some riding mowers and stuff, like the Kohlers that don't have the dipstick too, where it's just the dipstick at the bottom.
Yeah.
I like the ones with the rubber hose, that they click up and and then you just click it down. That's perfect,
Yeah, those are way nice.
Yeah, my only concern with mine is sometimes I feel like I'm not getting all the oil out.
With the pump.
With the oil extractor?
Yeah. I don't know, if it's a little bit cold out and I don't warm it up enough. But mine's pneumatic. So, I have like 100 PSI, so it's not a pressure problem. But then, I'll look up what the engine takes for oil. It takes a quart of oil. I'll put in a quart. And then with the filter, it should be a little more than a quart. And I'll look at the dipstick, and it's high, and I know you got to run a little bit and let it saturate in a filter and that. But sometimes it's a little high after I looked up the amount and this and that. So that's the only issue I have, because I noticed in your video, KB, you use the drain tube. that's nice if the tractor has a drain tube, but most times it's those little nozzles that are never tightened from the factory.
Yeah.
And by the way, what is the easy way to tighten those things? Because a lot of times you can't really get a socket on them.
No,
I mean, I end up using like those dinosaur pliers or I don't even know what they're called. The pump pliers, I guess.
well, the best is to take it off and then, loosen it up, take it off and wrap it with Teflon and put it back on, because
Yeah, but if you can't get a socket around it.
yeah. Well, I mean, they're loose enough you could unscrew it by hand.
Yeah.
Are you talking about just the square plugs they put in them?
No, not the square plug. Those plastic things that you turn half a turn and then it's kind of like spring loaded.
Oh yeah, the yellow. It's got a yellow thing with a black cap on it.
Yeah. John Deere have just a cap, and then the other ones are yellow, and you got to twist.
Yeah. I mentioned that. So the base of it is kind of a cap on it, but yeah, you've just got to be able to get some kind of plier in there.
Yeah.
Right out of the factory, brand new. You go to the store and you can wiggle those things by hand.
Yeah. Every time you go to twist it the half turn, it's the whole thing starts to twist, and it's always caked with dirt and the oil residual. And
yeah, so I try not to screw around with them. If I don't have to. That's why I use the oil extractor. It's a lot faster.
Yeah.
But
I've been using. I mean, you get all the oil out, and then just put a board on one side of it, so it tips it that little bit.
I do that. Yep.
Yeah, and get the rest of it out. Yeah, you're never going to get 100% of that oil out.
Yeah. Yeah. You do the best you can. I mean, it's better than pulling that thing off, and not a big deal.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. There'll always be some in the low spots in the sump anyways, even if you just, if you were to pull the plug. So it's not the absolute low spot anyways, so not a big deal.
So I got back from dance. I had that guy's tractor charging, and I tried to start it. Started right up. Pulled the PTO. The leads went right on. So it just must have been a low battery.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Good. Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah. So
sweet.
Yeah. They don't make batteries like they used to. They're not.
No, I just I was just picking up some batteries because I had a couple here. I always keep some in the shop because I need them. And I had a couple cores here, so I was getting batteries, and I was bringing back an Interstate battery. It was a 2019 and dead, completely dead.
Dead already, yep.
And I noticed, when I got this tractor that they told me it needed a battery, and I had the sticker on it, 2019. I was thinking it probably just needs to be charged. So I charged it, and right away when I put in my charger, usually the little needle goes up about halfway, and then as it charges, it drops back down to zero. The needle didn't move. And I picked up the battery, and I was like, what the hell is going on? So I pulled, it was a Deca, I think it was actually a Deca battery. I removed the sticker, I popped the plugs out, and it had like no electrolyte in it. So I added some and charged it up, and it took a charge. And then a week or two later, probably 10 days, it wouldn't start. So I was like, hell with it.
I don't know what they're doing. The batteries are not as good anymore. You're lucky if you get 3 years out of them. You're lucky. Yeah. The old lead acid batteries were the best.
Isn't that what they are now?
No, I don't know. It's a gel battery. What is that gel in there?
Oh, the gel battery? No, I don't know.
I don't either.
I thought the new ones were still lead acid batteries.
AGM.
I don't know what it is. Do they have any lead in them at all? Yeah.
I think they do, but I don't know for sure.
Well, half the lead that they used to, because the acid would work together with the lead, you know.
Mhm.
Now they're coming out with a new battery. What's it? The lithium ions and all that, you know. What's it? What is that all about? Why? How? You know? How can they have stronger batteries than what they used to have? You know.
Yeah.
What is in there? You know.
So Phil's got a John Deere 118 that's sputtering.
Yeah, I just had one like that.
I
Ended
just
up
got
being
one too. It was the carb for me. It was
Was it
running
the
great.
carb?
Yeah, it was a carburetor.
and it was backfiring out the exhaust.
No, it wasn't backfiring out the exhaust. It was just the car, like the throat of the carburetor had a bunch of gas kind of coming out of it, and it was just running really rich. And I cleaned the carb, and it took care of it. It was running fine. It was kind of like popping a little bit. You know, you could tell.
Mine was a I think mine was a 25 horse, but it was a B twin Intech, and it was you'd warm it up or you'd start it up, it'd run fine, and then about I don't know, maybe 30 seconds into it, it'd start getting warm, and then same thing, it would start kind of pop 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 pop, and then it would just start backfiring like straight up.
Exhaust valve not shutting.
Yeah, it was out the exhaust. And sure enough, it was the valves. It was the valves for me. Yeah, double barrel carb. Make sure to check behind the little black piece in the front, the little rubber gasket behind that. But if it's still doing it after your carb, check the valves. That's what it was for me. I had that same problem last week.
Most of the time, it is the valves. Yeah,
Just the valves. Valves were out of spec on both sides.
yeah. A lot of people don't do that. They don't realize that they have to maintain those valves periodically because they do. You got to set them right.
Yeah.
What's it mean if the valve head is all white, almost like a snow color?
Yeah, yeah. It's the gas. It's the gas. It's too much gas. It's burning. It's burning good, but rich. You know, it's white. The whole valve is white, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that. I've seen them black.
Oh, black. Yeah.
I feel like when a spark plug's rich, it's like oily, and
Yeah.
when it's lean, it's white,
Right.
like that.
Well,
No.
I think it's
sorry.
again the valves. You know, it's burning but not combusting 100%. It's leaking out of that the valve.
Okay.
And when
For me,
it's
Phil, it would. Oh, sorry. I keep cutting you off. For me, it would start right up. It would start right up. It would start kind of popping a little bit, and then it would just really start backfiring. Just boom, 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 boom. Probably, if I had to guess, it would probably be maybe 20 to 30 seconds after running full power.
Yeah, that valve's getting hot. It's extending, and it's not shutting. Where when you start it when it's cold, it has enough compression to start, but then the valve expands, and it's just not shutting. And you probably have. Does he have a flame coming out the muffler? That's a real sign that you're having that, or the muffler starts turning red. Right where it attaches.
Never did it for me, but it would start up right fine. It would run on full power. You'd throttle it down. Trying to think what happened when you throttle it down. It wouldn't really change if you throttle it down.
Mm-hmm.
Valve stems stretch when they get real hot. They actually stretch that bit,
Yep. This one stops sputtering and backfiring when you engage the choke. It runs amazing on the choke.
That sounds like a carb problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that sounds like you're running, but it's backfiring out the exhaust. That's what I guess. Still, if you're getting too much fuel and it's just not burning at all, so it's spitting it out.
Or the timing could be off that little bit, where that valve isn't closed all the way, and
Yeah.
compression is there, but that valve's not closed.
Yeah.
So when you get a tractor that has, maybe a blown head gasket, what's the first thing that you guys check, to determine? Because I've had a lot I've probably done 4 in the last month, head gaskets on different tractors, mostly the Briggs and the Kohlers, the Courages. And I just got another one that has a blown head gasket. And what's the troubleshooting order for that to determine that it is, in fact, a blown head gasket and it's not rings or piston problem? Because, I guess, would you do a wet compression test or like a dry compression, or how do you start? Usually what I do is I try and run it. And then if I see any signs of oil or exhaust around the head, then, it leads me to believe that there's a head gasket problem. And then I'll get it hot. It'll be smoking. And then I'll pop the dipstick. And a lot of times there's smoke in there or the oil's real black. But sometimes I've seen they're overfilled with oil. I don't know if you ever had that. You better know it's overfilled with oil before you rip apart the head.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm just wondering what is the methodology that you guys use there to figure out for sure that it's a head gasket and it's not rings or piston slap or something like that?
Well, first I would do is I'm going to determine if it's an external head gasket blowout or an internal head gasket blown out. Like you were saying, you check the oil dipstick, see if there's any smoke coming out of there. That's an internal blowout.
Sure.
Now the external, again, you see the oil outside, or you hear pss, 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 out, you hear that noise, So that's an external blowout. Oil, dark oil like that, yep. Then you got combustion going back into the motor.
Right.
Oil overflow. That's probably because you got a Nicky 6 carburetor on there and the seat doesn't close and it's allowing the gasoline to get into the oil. So you got that high rise of oil and gas mix. You're going to smoke like hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because you got so much gas in there, probably is your rings are, if you're running it, there's no oil on the cylinder head, and that's gonna burn out your rings. All right, if you do it too long, you're gonna have a dry run, and you might even blow a connecting rod by running it.
Yeah, it's running with really thin oil.
Yeah,
it's great for cleaning your engine.
I mean, you did all the checklists that could possibly be done, and you got to determine. All right, the colored oil, it's internal. The internal combustion coming out of the dipstick, that. So it's one or the other.
Yeah, just you guys have a trailer for picking up stuff that you use.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching YouTube. They're they sell these like spring kits for the trailer gate.
Yeah,
looks pretty nice. And anyhow, I didn't buy one of those. I went and I found a spring from a garage door, and I ended up putting it in the trailer. I have round pipes on my trailer about 3 inches, so I stuck it right in there, and I put a bolt through the end, and it is fantastic. What a difference!
Yeah.
I mean, it took me probably an hour and a half probably to get it all figured out and set up, but What a
My old-
difference.
My old horse trailers had those springs, garage door springs. And
Yeah.
were perfect, you know. And-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just figured, if you're picking up that trailer gate like 6-8 times a week, it starts to, get to your back.
Thing's
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah, it is. It really is. So
Well, I had in the back of my truck, I had a winch built in. I put it on the bottom on the bed and I used to winch all my stuff up.
what'd you anchor that thing on?
Well, I had a 3x2 tube, solid tube. I mean, not solid tube, but tubing, and I
Mhm.
put just below the bed, maybe
bed rail.
by half an inch.
Right.
And then in the center is where I would put the winch, and that was a perfect spot. It would pull anything that I wanted to pull, it would pull up there on the what do you call it, ramps.
Yeah.
But now that truck has 450,000 miles on it. I want to get rid of it. I bought a brand new 5x8 trailer made in Pennsylvania. It cost me over $2,000 for that one. And so I'm going to have to come up with some kind of winch system on the back of my newer truck to pull
Right.
it. Because a lot of these things you pull up, it's the front tires are right off the rims.
Yep.
You can't push them.
Yeah. I had a big motorized winch on my trailer, and the thing weighed so much. The winch was probably like 80 pounds until it was all said and done, with all tied in, anchored, all that. And when I'd move the trailer around, I parked the thing on grass, and I got to do like a 180 with it to bring it to my truck.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was so heavy. So I got rid of that like real quick. That only lasted like not even a month.
Yeah.
And then what I did is I went low tech, and it's great. I put a boat winch. You crank the thing.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that thing will pull a 0-turn, full size, 60-inch mower right up on the trailer.
Yeah.
Flat tires or not.
You could get the smaller winches, and
Yeah, that's probably what I should have done the first time. But you need a battery to hook it up. That's the other thing.
Well, that's what I did. I put a dual battery setup underneath my hood, so one battery would handle the winch, but get re-energized by the alternator, but it wouldn't bother the starting factor of my truck.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's going to start your truck so you can get home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I put a dual battery setup in there, anyways, and it worked perfect.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I don't think I could even fit a second battery in my truck unless it was.
Most times you can, and if not, you could buy the little black battery box and put it in the back.
Yeah.
Wires to the front.
Yeah.
Saves on the back. That's all I know. I cut myself real bad once pushing it was a wheel horse, and it has those little clips on the side with the rubber bands, to hold the hood down. There's little.
I don't know. I haven't worked on a wheel horse. Those are older.
But pushing that sucker up, man, and then you slip, and that caught me and just put. Oh, what a gouge! Bleeding like a pig,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was it. No more. Put the winch on. When I was younger, I guess it was all right, because you had, like Kyle here, he's a young puppy, he could push a tractor up on a truck,
Yep.
When you get my age, you need 6 of me to push a truck, one up a truck.
Yep. I'm getting old though, man. It hurts.
Old, yeah.
I'm gonna be 30.
No, I'm in my 30s already. I don't bounce back like I used to.
Yeah. Wait, wait. Every year it gets worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it.
No. And, you know,
Yeah, that's
now,
one good thing, man. I can go all weekend laying on the concrete, and then Monday in school, I'm feeling pretty rough. And usually by Tuesday, I start feeling better, and I'm happy I'm sitting there and not laying on the concrete.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting to
Yeah.
the point that I'm looking at this stuff and I'm saying to myself, why? Why am I still doing this? You know,
Mhm.
I don't need to, but yet I do, you know?
Labor of love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to do it either, but I do.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Too
Well,
many
guys,
years.
I'm probably gonna get going here.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut this thing down. Dinner's about ready.
All right. Nice seeing you guys.
Yeah, you too.
Take care,
Yeah,
Yep.
thanks for joining. Congratulations to Andrew for winning.
huh? Yep. Yep.
Oh, you already did the contest. That's why I've been waiting.
Oh, have you? Oh, sorry, man.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
Actually, they sent me out some of that super clean. I like their shirts, actually.
yeah.
They like shirts. Nice and soft.
Right on. Whoops.
All right,
All
Kyle.
right, guys.
Thanks for having me. Pleasure.
Okay, thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Bye.
Take care, guys.
Everybody in the chat. I don't see the chat. Everybody in the chat. Have a good evening. Thanks.
Yeah.
Take care. Bye.
Yeah.
Take care.
See
Kyle.
ya. Andy, I'll answer your question real quick. I do work on two strokes. Don't get them I don't get them a lot just because they're expensive to fix. You can just go buy a new one. For not that much more, but I do work on them. So anyways, everybody, thanks for joining. I appreciate that. Congratulations to Andrew. Send me an email with your address and information. I'll send that on to Super Clean for them to send you out your products. And everybody else, thanks for joining in the chat. Appreciate you guys. And we'll see you on the next one. Have a good night.